See, once you are defeated in your mind, ladies and gentlemen, it's all over. It's all over once you defeat it in your mind. See, you showed up with greatness in you, and most of us, because of the mindset we've been born into, and most of us, because we allow ourselves to be controlled by life, as opposed to being in charge of our lives, we're automatic, just following the crowd. If I can go there and get something that's going to make a difference in my energy level, in my confidence, help me find my purpose, give me some idea that can make me turn the corner in where I'm going, it's possible. I can do it. Will you have some hard times? Yes, have you ever heard people say, look here, I've done everything I can do. I'm only human. And when they say I'm only human, they're saying it from the perspective that you can only do so much. They say I'm only human, and they're saying it from the perspective that I'm limited. I'm reminded of a man at a time when in the South, the soil was depleted from the kinds of crops that were being grown and because of neglect. This man came up with an idea for the farmers. He said, listen, start planting peanuts. One, it doesn't take as much mineral from the soil to grow peanuts, and in fact, it enriches the soil. They did it, and much to their surprise, it enriched the soil, made it more fertile. He said, now after you grow the peanuts, you can sell the peanuts. This man was hailed, recognized, and praised for his revolutionary idea. But then, after a while, when there was an abundance of peanuts, the same man who was praised was now condemned and criticized for coming up with this asinine idea. Come on, what are we going to do? Feed our families peanuts? We can't sell all these peanuts. We can't eat all these peanuts. You were stupid for telling us this. And this man, who was doing what he could with what he had, felt condemned. He withdrew to his laboratory and said, Lord, what can I do to handle this situation? Sometimes you're going to have to retreat. I was there. I know what it is to walk the floor and not know how you're going to pick it when people no longer believe in you. And you've got all you've got. You have to say to yourself, when you fail again and again, when they tell you no, sometimes with tears in your eyes, you've got to say, hey, it's possible. In spite of this, it's possible. I can make it again. When life knocks you down, sometimes you have to take 2 steps backward to go forward. It's possible. When life staggers you, the thing that'll get you up on your knees and get you standing in the center of the ring and find something from deep down inside to keep on slugging and keep on fighting is the belief that it's possible. And maybe, just maybe, I could pull this out. It's just maybe. My arms are tired. I don't know where I'll get the strength from, but it's possible. If I just stand long enough, I can pull this off. And this man stayed in that laboratory. He said, God, give me an answer. Sometimes you're going to have to ask life to give you an answer. Lead me, tell me what to do, where to go. I need some help, I need some guidance. And after staying in his laboratory, he came out with just a peanut, ladies and gentlemen. With just a peanut, he made an announcement. Listen, come. I've discovered 300 uses for this peanut. You can make 12 different dyes with it, you can make powder with it, you can make cardboard with it. I've got other uses. And he discovered over 600 uses for the sweet potato. Now, just think, George Washington Carver made penicillin from a peanut. Just a peanut, ladies and gentlemen. A dynamic, unthinking, unfeeling, inanimate object. There are 300 uses that we know about. Now, just think, if that can happen, then what can be done with a dynamic, thinking, feeling, creative human being? I lost my doubt. This is all I've ever done. This is all I know. Oh, no. Here's your homework. I want you to read your card 3 times a day. Write your goal down. Think about your goal. Go to the store, get you a peanut, and put it someplace special. And look at that peanut every time you doubt the possibilities of your life, the uses of your life, your genius. Just look at that peanut. But I want you to look at your life, look at your dream, and say it's possible. When you're facing defeat and disappointment, and it seems like life has written you off and everybody says you can't do it, you don't have what it takes, I'm not asking you to say, yes, I can do it. But see, no one knows there are too many variables in life that can happen that can enable you to pull it out. No one can say that. All you need to affirm is that, in spite of this, in spite of these odds, it's possible that I can do it. Think about your goal right now. Think about your goal and say this with me, with every feeling in your body, all the faith that you can conjure up, all the inner strength deep down inside. Just say, it's possible I can have this new life, this new vision of myself. So I want you to get the Mastermind Journal and work with it. Write your goals down. Do the image book that's in there. Concentrate, focus your thoughts and thinking on your goal. And all I want you to do next week is come with a peanut and bring a friend. And if it's crowded, if you have to walk 3 blocks, if it's going to mean a breakthrough and a breakthrough in your life, so be it. And all I want you to do every day is just say to yourself, when you feel that inner negative conversation saying you can't do it, just say it's possible. The fact that many people become discouraged when they use affirmations, they listen to tapes, they read books, they do all of the things that are required of them to develop their consciousness, and things still don't happen, they affirm, I can do it. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. I'm blessed and highly favored. And nothing happens. They become frustrated, discouraged, disillusioned, and they quit. So we advocated a position that we felt people could take that will keep them in alignment with themselves and operate and speak in a spirit of integrity. As you look at your goal, sometimes it's just too big of a mental leap from where you are to where you want to be. And so to say, I can do that might feel like too much. You might not be able to see that happening right now. As a result, when you're not ready to accept that, you'll quit prematurely. So we said, establish a benchmark, if you will, a foundation where you can retreat to. Every time you say this, it will always be true, giving you something to hold on to. And we said that something is this: as you look at your goals, it's possible, in spite of the fact that things aren't working out right now, in spite of the fact that you don't have all the things you need, the help or the assistance you need, it's still possible. As long as you're still in the game, still breathing, still alive, you still have an opportunity. As long as you're here, you've got an opportunity to make it happen. No one has the right to count you out, to disregard your presence. No one has the right to do that. And you don't have the right to do that either. You can do it, but you should not do that. You want to give yourself a fighting chance. If you take yourself out of the ring, you never have a chance to know whether or not you could have made it happen. But if you stay in there, what can keep you in there? What can get you up off the canvas? As long as I'm in the ring, it's possible that I can land one punch that could make all the difference. You see, I think there are 3 kinds of people: the winners, the losers, and a group in between. The winners are people who know who they are, know what they want, know their potential, and know the possibilities for their lives. They go out and take life on. Then there are far more people, the losers in life, who don't know who they are. They've set themselves up to be losers, shaped by circumstances, events, and various experiences that have molded a negative image of themselves. They draw hard times and bad luck to themselves and feel that it's hopeless, with no sense in trying to change it. But then there's another group, and that's who you are. I think you're in this group. These are winners who have not discovered the keys that will unlock new opportunities for themselves, some new experiences. These people are winners. They know they are, but they're out of alignment, out of sync with themselves. They just need some tweaking, some coaching, some adjustments here and there. They need to be given an opportunity, a little help, a little assistance. Often they're going, how can you identify these people? These people are always searching. They're always seeking, going to seminars, workshops, reading books, asking questions, trying to find answers to their lives. These people have what Howard Thurman calls, in one of his books entitled Deep is the Hunger, a deep hunger for a new life. Deep down in their souls, they say, God, there's got to be more. This cannot be it for my life. How many of you have ever decided not to do something based on an assumption? That's why it's important for us to be strategic and experiential, able to tell our story to distract others from their current story. We must dispute, break down the limited belief systems, and inspire them to say yes to new opportunities in their lives. As a result, I didn't do what I'm doing now because I had such a tremendous inferiority complex due to my lack of a college education. I told myself there's no enemy within. The enemy outside can do us no harm. So as you look at yourself, as you look at your goals and dreams, it's very important that you take time write this down to retrain your thinking. How we live our lives is the result of the story we bought into. I had to retrain my thinking because studies indicate that the decisions we make in life are directly related to the things we saw, the things we experienced, and the conversations we were exposed to between the ages of 0 and 5. Because of my experiences, I had to begin engaging in a process of retraining my mindset, though I didn't even know what I was doing at the time. But I remember this man, Mr. Setke. I'll never forget it. Lazy came in and said, yes, sir, look at my shoes. You can shine them better than this. I apologized and said, I'll do a better job. His wife said, please don't yell at him like that. That's not nice. He's just a kid, only 10 years old. But I said, it's okay, Mrs. Setke. He should have yelled at me. He was a very rude, arrogant guy, but he was kind in his own way. What I loved about him is that every day he had a routine. It was his time in the morning to work on his mind. And I wanted to be in the office while he was shining his shoes, listening to Earl Nightingale. All of us are self-made, but only the successful will admit it. He listened to Dr. Dennis Wadley, people form habits and habits create futures. He listened to Zig Ziglar, if you give enough people what they want, they will give you what you want. He listened to Jim Rohn, when the end comes for you, let it find you conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. He was reading from Winston Churchill's words, the truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it, ignorance may deride it, but at the end there it is. He read from my favorite book, Be Not Conformed to This World, but Be Transformed by the Renewing of Your Mind. Listening to these words helped create a different vision for myself. Some of you are already doing it right now. I'm saying this is the time more than ever for you to begin to inoculate yourself with positive words. Attend conventions, show up at meetings, be on calls, make yourself unstoppable. Get out of your mind the polluting negative thoughts that are keeping most people stuck in life because they volunteered to be victims. Someone once said that many people die at age 25, but don't get buried until they're 65 because they're carrying so much garbage in their minds. You are here because you have a clear vision of what you want and where you're going. You're different from everybody else. Don't worry if they don't get it. Don't try to convince people to do this business. A person convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. You are not like everybody else. You can walk outside and find pigeons, but if you're looking for eagles, it's going to take you a minute. You are different. It's lonely at the top, but you eat better. That's what I'm talking about, you're different. One great entrepreneur said, I choose not to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humbled and dull by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculated risk to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to live from hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the still calm of utopia. I will never bow before any master nor bend to any threat. It's my heritage to stand direct, proud and unafraid to face the world boldly and say, this I have done. You showed up because you're building a business that you can stand and say, I did this. I did this. This is my dream. There's something in you that wouldn't allow you to stop. Dr. Howard Thurman said, there's something in each and every one of you that waits and listens to the voice of the genuine in yourself. It will be perhaps the only guide you will ever have. And if you cannot hear it, all of your life, your days will be spent on the ends of strings that somebody else pulls. There's something in you, in your heart of hearts, that says, I'm not going to let anybody pull my strings. It says, I'm going to control my own personal economy. It says, I've got a dream I want to achieve. I want my children to have a choice of the kind of education that they want. It says, I am the captain of my ship. It says, I'm going to control my destiny, and whatever it takes, I'm willing to do the work. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy had a decision to make. The decision was whether or not to call a news conference and tell the world the United States was going to go to the moon. And I submit to you that the decision to do that was very risky. What governed his thinking is what governs your thinking when you decided, I'm going to do this. See, the technology did not exist. The answer to what will it take did not exist. No one had ever done it before. But he made a decision. He looked at Wernher von Braun, the most brilliant scientist of that day, and he said, Wernher, what will it take for us to go to the moon? And he spoke 5 words. Those 5 words, I think, are what govern most entrepreneurs. Those 5 words, I think, are what give people like you the courage to pursue their dreams. Those 5 words are what people who are pioneers, people who are breaking new ground, make decisions on. He said, what will it take for us to go to the moon? And his response was the will to do it. As you look at yourself, as you look at your business, what will it take for you to increase your business? The will to do it. What will it take for you to become more powerful in your presentation skills and be able to increase the number of people to quadruple your business? The will to do it. What will it take for you when others are quitting because of the rejections? When others are stopping because they've just become so discouraged and they have creditors breathing down their necks and they have family members and friends telling them they're a fool? What is it that will allow you to have the mental resiliency to keep on keeping on, to keep your commitment to your commitment? The will to do it. Mr. Washington, this man who taught me, said, Mr. Brown, you want to make it in life. Number 1, develop your mind. You don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Number 2, Develop your communication skills. Once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. Number 3, practice the principle of OKAP, only quality people. As you think about your goals and dreams, this is not for everybody. You want to build an organization with only quality people, not people who need more, but people who want more. You want to surround yourself with people that are hungry. People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. People that are hungry do what they know, not what they feel. See, I didn't do this for years because I knew it would be hard.